I would like to tell you a very sad story of a dog, Misiu, and a very sad story of his owner, my godfather, Jan. My godfather lived in a very small village close to the forest. His cottage was surrounded on three sides by the forest, and he had a farm, and he had a lot of farm animals, among others roosters, hens, turkeys. He had two cows, calves, two cats, and 100 maybe more pigeons. He loved pigeons very much. They weren't exhibition pigeons, but just standard ones, but he could look at them sometimes 1 or 2 hours. And Misio, his dog, who was born in 2015, it's quite important, this year of birth, all the time was following my uncle. My uncle was going to the forest because he had 1 hectare of forest, so Misio was following him. When my uncle was going to the meadow, the dog was following him. My uncle was going to the shop, and Misio was following him. But when my uncle was going to church on Sunday, he had to lock Misiu in the house because for sure he would follow him. So they were inseparable. When my uncle was eating, because he loved cakes with blueberries, so Misiu ate also the cake with blueberries. So all the time together they were sitting in the orchard under the oak tree, on a wooden bench. Sometimes we're looking at the apiary, and at the end of August 2018, my uncle felt weak. He started to have problems with liver, pancreas, and spleen, so he was taken to the hospital, and after different treatments, after different tests, it was clear that he had tumors. They were removed, but one day my uncle felt better, second worse, one better, second worse, one better, second worse, and it was a vicious circle. And after maybe 2 months in hospital, he had pneumonia and also sepsis. So at the end he was really in a very horrible condition. But the dog, all the time, because the dog was under the custody of my aunt, she gave him food, water, all the time was waiting for my uncle. So when he heard the tractor on the main road, he was following and was running to this road because he had the hope that finally his owner comes back home. But unfortunately it didn't happen. And imagine that my uncle died on 18th of November, but my family members started to search for Misha because they couldn't find him. And next day, on 19th of November, they found Misia dead, laying under this branch, under oak tree. So because, as I said before, they liked sitting together, especially when the weather was good. So it's quite possible that they died together on the 18th of November, because Misia was found on 19th of November. And you know, in my opinion, it was the example how a human and animal may be friends. It was incredible friendship, you know. I heard about it and I was crying for my godfather, and I was crying for Misia. So in my opinion, it is a very touchy story. And you know, Misia wasn't let's say breed dog. He was a standard dog, a simple mongrel, but without a lot of connection and bonds toward his towards his owner, my uncle. Thank you for listening to this story.